beginner. This is lesson 1. Grab the nunchucks. You're going to hold it in the right hand with your palm facing the sky. The side with the chain or the string, doesn't matter what kind of nunchucks you have, that's going to come out of the thumb side, and you're going to crank it forward in the simple rotation. This is how you're going to get started learning how to use your nunchucks. You're going to be spinning like Bruce Lee. For self-defense, for fun, make it look cool, or keep somebody off of you. Just use it for, simple, get them out of your face, smack them back. But you're going to learn, no matter what you do, how to do the spin first. So any style of nunchucks that you want to learn starts with the spin. This is called an outer orbital, and it's just my palm facing the sky, and I'm making a small circular motion, kind of like I'm cranking something, turning it forward. So it's really small at first. My hand is about in the middle of the chuck, and then you're going to turn your hand over. Make sure it's not too close. You're going to smack yourself. Push it out like this, away from you, and then do that exact same motion. You're just pushing, cranking, getting warmed up. You're going to lubricate the joints, stay safe from injury in this workout. But mostly, this is about learning how to use the chucks. Whether you want to learn it like Bruce Lee, I'm going to show you all the basic Bruce Lee moves today. Palm up. And that's it, not because you want to be like Bruce Lee, maybe you do, but this is just about learning how to use it really well, getting some basic moves down from the first day you pick up the chucks. Whether you buy a pair or you make a pair, if someone gives them to you, they don't want to use them anymore, you're going to know how to do a bunch of basic stuff after this workout. So these are all small motions, palm down, palm up, and I want you to always warm up this way, palm down, and this is to train your brain. This is going to get you there faster. One of the things that I've really paid attention to over the last 30 years of teaching martial arts is how to make, not shortcuts, but how to get your brain and your body, my brain, mine, yours, get them closer to being able to do the move faster. So everything is about skill acceleration. So how do you get the skill a lot faster? And this is the key. We did this, we did that, you put those together. After 30 seconds of the warm-up, now you have the most basic move. And this is that figure 8, and go fast. You can whack yourself in the arm like that. You go slow. You can go wrist length, which is just very close to your body, or forearm. You just increased your reach. Or the whole arm. These are all the same move, but again, you're doing them in a way that you're either fighting out here, you're fighting closer, or you're going for speed. Now, a word quickly about where to hold it. If you hold it here on the end and you're using it, I'm going to use this for self-defense. I'm going to say that's the target, and you swing it. You have all that force, power, leverage because you're holding it here. If you want to do something really cool, and you're doing demonstrations, or you're showing off a little bit, or at a competition maybe, you need speed. Speed's gonna come holding it here. So this is for power, this is for speed, and usually here, that's gonna be more for tricks when you hold it more in the middle. But don't overthink it, just get started. Put it in your other hand, hold in the middle, string comes out of, or in this case the chain, the thumb, small cranking motions forward. This is a forward orbital spin, spinning to the outside of my body, palm down. Now you're spinning to the inside. You're gonna learn very quickly, the hard way. If your arm is in too close, you're gonna whack yourself. So keep that far away from you. Palm down, palm up. You'll always do this, like I said, always do this for about 30 seconds, palm down, going up, going down, going up, and then put them together. Now you have your figure 8, your forward figure 8, and this is going to be holding more in the middle. If you hold it at the right at the tip, it's going to go faster. If you hold it down here, like we said, you're going to generate more power, more for self-defense. And you can play around with that, but start at the beginning, just in the middle as you're warming up. 30 seconds here with this figure 8. All you're doing is carving that sideways figure 8 or the infinity sign with your thumb down, back, put it into the other hand. You're gonna reverse everything, starting with your hand palm up, facing the sky. Instead of cranking forward, you're gonna crank backward, pulling it into you. Now you have a reverse orbital on the outside. Orbit, think of the moon orbiting around the earth around the sun. That's all this is doing. This is orbiting around, usually it's gonna be your head, but the outside of your body. Make sure your arms out, palm down, inside, and again, you're just pulling in toward you. So you've got it inside, palm up, outside, inside, palm down is inside, palm up is outside, pulling in, and then in and out. Now you have two tricks, two basic spins. The first one was that forward figure eight. The second one is this reverse figure eight. So now you're up to two. Bruce Lee only did about 8 to 10 moves in any movie. He always did the same ones. And you already know 2 of them now. Yeah, that's early. Early or late, however you look at it, right? Good morning. So you're pulling it in, bring it into the other hand, palm up first, the string or the chain to the outside, pulling back to create that reverse outer orbital, palm down, inner orbital, palm up. Good, Hank, it's good to see you too. Palm up, palm down, up and down. And now you have this reverse figure eight, pulling in. And I want you to think of it in these terms. When you're going down, that's a strike, right? For self-defense especially, it's very effective. And again, you're gonna hold more toward the end when you do that strike. Imagine they're coming in to punch or stab or grab you, and you pull it up, So this reverse is a good way, this reverse spinning is a good way to get strength, speed, power, disguise repetition for those deflecting strikes or blocks. When you're going forward, palm down, that's a good way to disguise repetition, get a lot of reps in, a lot of practice in your downward strikes. And again, here for power, this is the middle, this is speed. Power, speed, somewhere in the middle, you get a lot of both. So we did our forward, our reverse, both hands palm up, palm down. You wanna do about 30 seconds of these basic spins. Every time you pick up your chucks, like I said, you're 2 tricks in. When it comes to Bruce Lee nunchucks tricks, you have 2 now. You have the forward figure eight, and you have the reverse. Now, going into the basic strikes, you're gonna go down first. This first one, think of as vertical. When you use it for self-defense, right through the middle, right? Either they're trying to grab or they're getting really close, top of the head. You can hear it, I'm sure you can hear it, especially with these metal chucks. It's very powerful from here, just down and up. So that's number 3. You now have 3 techniques. Think of a Bruce Lee movie. You're going down, up and down. Awesome. Well, welcome. It's always a good day to train martial arts. And I've always said this. Martial arts was never made for the little 3 and 4 and 5-year-old kids. It was made for us, for the grown men and women who need to learn some practical self-defense, who need to learn stay in shape, fit, strong, healthy, flexible. So any age is a good age. So 30 seconds to the right, 30 seconds to the left, just down and up. I want to show you something that I don't always remember to show it. And that's I'm opening, at the end of the technique, I'm opening my hand just a little bit. Good. And if you're 10, that's the perfect age to start. Welcome. I'm not saying that you're not supposed to do it. I'm just saying for all those old people like me, don't make age an excuse why you can't, right? And I know you're not, that's why you're here. When you open your hand, that's a natural break. If I bring it down and my hand is still closed, look where it goes. It goes right into those knuckles, and that hurts. It's not gonna kill you, but you're gonna feel it. And I do this instinctively. I stopped thinking about this years ago because I've done this so much. When I come down, I open it here. Yeah, exactly. The Glock is final, right? This one gives you a lot more options. One's not good, one's not bad, but understanding the value of each is extremely important. Yes, down and back, down and back. Good point. Always get that other hand up. Guard your head. Don't let them knock you out. Turn off your operating system. So when you come down, your hand opens a little bit. That slows it down, keeps it, it just changes the trajectory, and now it's not smashing your knuckles. When you bring it forward like that, it kind of rotates around, and it's not going to bash you so much. That's if you're getting you're smacking yourself a lot. All right, that's 3. Number 4, across the body from here to here. And again, think of this as a strike down, keeping them away from you. They're reaching in. That's pulling up. That's deflecting or knocking away their hand, their punch. And maybe they got that knife. So you go down and up. And when you bring it here, you're going to see I'm touching my back. I'm allowing it to wrap and dissipate all that energy through the shoulder. And it doesn't hit that hard. If you were to bring it like this and keep it away, then this is going to smash you really hard. So you have to learn how to touch it and roll it almost onto that shoulder. Good. So you bring it here. Same thing's true with the hip. When you bring it back, so kind of wrap it, get you in that meaty bum, back and forth. Add those 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. What are we up to? 4. We have this. That's 1 Bruce Lee move, 2 Bruce Lee move, 3 and 4. Number 5 is going to come across the body and back. This is it can be up to the face, a horizontal strike here, to the middle, be to the knees, or to that vicious animal running loose, the vicious pit bull or whatever for self-defense, or it can be right in the middle. Put those together, 1, 2, 3, and I call this the Bruce Lee triangle. So from the first day, you learn how to do your figure 8 forward, figure 8 backward, and the Bruce Lee triangle. You're up to 5 Bruce Lee tricks. If you watch any Bruce Lee movie, if you're a Bruce Lee fan, if you're 10, you might not know who he is, but you're my age or older, you definitely know who he is, right? You go back and you're like, that's where we all learned about this. That's where we all fell in love with it and were inspired, was the Bruce Lee movie. But this is all he's doing. He throws in a couple of spins. He goes down, across, and back. He does a couple spins. He does a few of these with a high-pitched scream. Goes back to here. He hits this guy. He hits that guy. He hits that guy. He goes back here. That's the whole movie. Except for the time he gets on the ground and he flops around, smacking him on the toes. But that's this move here. Now you know it. Number 6. You're going to spin it. You're going to catch it under your arm. Because this is one of my favorites. 6 is my favorite. You're going to pinch by pulling it in. You're pinching the chucks. You create tension there. And tension here by adding pressure, like you're going to pop it out. That's popping it out, right? So from here, yep, squeeze, 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 and then release. When you swing, swing, catch, pop. Swing out here, 2 orbitals. Doesn't have to be 2, it could be 10, it could be 1 orbital, catch it. What this is, under the arm, watch what my hand does. I'm out here, I'm here. That's the second move you learn. You move this, or you learn this, you learn that. This is part of your warm-up. When you bring it under, or when you bring it in, you just turn your hand. Oh, we forgot this is classic Bruce Lee right here too. Front and back of the arm, the upper arm. And all you're doing is just down and up, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, like that. Do a couple swings, catch it, whoop, catch it. You just turn more, catch it in there, pinch, release. So 1, 2, catch, release. Now you've got, what do we have? We had the figure 8, Bruce Lee. We had the Bruce Lee triangle. We're just making combos. Bruce Lee triangle. And then we have the double and the catch. Double, catch, and then smack them. For self-defense, catch, boom. 1, 2, under, catch. 1, 2, under, catch. And the last thing you have to learn in this basic, number 1, we're going to do a lot of these, how to use your nunchucks classes. The last thing that I want you to learn today, right now, is how to transfer from one hand to the other, the hand pass. Now there are two simple ways to do it. One is to go forward, and this one is actually a little bit harder, and it's only hard, it's technically not hard, it's only hard because you're gonna hit yourself, or you're gonna think you're gonna hit yourself, and you will, and you'll hit yourself, and that hurts. Here's what you have to know about this. Wherever you point that, that's where this has to go. Because it's attached to that rope, really that's just a screamer stick or a collie stick, an arnese stick, right? But because of that, that's attached to it. Wherever I point that, that's where that's gonna go. What you're gonna do, what I did all the time when I was a kid and I was first learning these, and I was trying to go from one hand to the other, I didn't point it to my hand, which is what you're gonna learn to do. Which is what you're gonna learn to do. You're gonna point it, it goes right in your hand. Point it. See how that's pointed directly into my hand? That's the only place it can go. But because we don't see it and we're not used to these moves, we naturally point it at our head. So instead of that, I'm gonna do it real slowly because I don't wanna whack myself. I know these hurt. I'm gonna point it here, and then you see this out of the corner of your eye flying, and boom, and then you crash into your head, you smack yourself, you break your glasses, and that's because you pointed this at your head. That's the only way it does it. Almost everybody does it this way. We're gonna talk about this way first. This way, this is the easiest way. This is the way Bruce Lee does it in the movies. He almost never does it like this. I think I've only seen him do it one time where he's coming over and under, over and under, over and under. Now, if you watch the movie, Dan Inosanto, who fights him in Game of Death, who was his student, but is also a great martial artist before he met Bruce Lee. Dan Inosanto does all kinds of cool advanced moves and tricks while Bruce Lee's keeping it super simple. You're gonna keep it super simple from the start. You have outer orbital, inner orbital, figure eight. You have vertical strike. You have this angle. You have across the body. That's the horizontal. You put those together, 1, 2, 3. You've got the Bruce Lee triangle. You've got spin, spin, catch, pop them, outer orbital, under the arm, pinching, pop. And then I'm gonna show you this hand transfer first. But I wanted you to know wherever you point that, that's where this is going. So this is coming here, 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 yes. 1, 2, 1, 2, look what's happening. I'm just pulling it in front of the body. A lot of times you'll try to pull it from behind. It's just the way your brain works. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just different. You pull it up and you turn your hand down. Wherever you point that, the other hand comes in front of your body. You're also going to try to do this. I don't know why. It's the way our brains work. Reach across, grab it. Reach across, grab it. Pulling from one side to the other side. All that is slow, slow. So you're gonna go from one hand to the other hand. Bruce Lee triangle, Bruce Lee triangle. Or you can do this, Bruce Lee triangle, switch, Bruce Lee triangle. However you wanna do it, just start to weave them together. And there's one. Easy peasy, right? Easy peasy with lots of practice. One last technique. This is the bonus Bruce Lee move. It's one of my favorites because it's not technically hard, but it creates a lot of power. It's very intense. And that's from this position where one hand is up, one hand's down. He slowly, dramatically for the cameras, turns and pushes out. Now, you're coming down with a knife, you're coming with a punch, you're coming with any straight strike or chopping strike. I can block here using, especially if you have the chain, using that chain, and then I can twist around and I can remove it from your hands. Or if that's your wrist, that really hurts. I can break those bones. Just think of a nutcracker. Kind of looks like, for those of you old people like me, that looks like the old nutcrackers, right? You get the walnuts at Christmas time, or the holidays, crack. That's what's happening. It's a lot of force, right? So you're here, turn, push. Pull it to the other side, turn. Now, when you're turning, what you can't see is that I'm putting pressure here by pushing my hand up. I'm putting pressure here by pushing my hand down. So I'm pulling them apart. And from here, you turn, and you keep pressure on the whole time, and then you go out. Other side, push. And this is almost like an isometric exercise. You're gonna feel this in your hands and your shoulders. It's a pretty good workout. Just go from one hand to the other one, and this is when you wanna change the pace. Think of it as someone who's watching you, and everything is the same speed. It kind of runs together after a while, and then all of a sudden, you slow it down for dramatic effect. Then you go back to fast. Boom, 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 boom. Catch, pop, boom, slow, and then back to fast. Boom. That's the whole purpose of a slow move like that, by the way, in a demonstration or if you're doing competition or you just want to look really cool. You start to do your freestyle flow. Nunchucks, one of the best flow weapons ever. So for a review, and then we're done for lesson 1. I'm going to show you in lesson 2, I want you to learn how to wrist roll and wrist roll. Wrist roll, wrist roll. So don't miss that lesson 3. I'm gonna have you throwing it and catching it. So we're gonna build up these skills. Each one builds on the next one. So for review, outer orbital. This is your warm up, inner orbital, outer, inner. You do a few on each one, you put it together, 30 seconds here. Forward figure 8, same thing on the other hand. Then reverse, you're pulling toward you, outer, inner, outer, inner, and then put them together. And now you have 2 Bruce Lee moves. You have that forward spin and you have the reverse spin. 3 if you count the outer orbital, right? But then you have down and up. And I always want you to practice striking, because if you know a martial arts weapon but you can't defend yourself with it, what's the point, right? So down and up, and then over, back, and up. So 1, 2, 3. That's that horizontal or angular strike, diagonal strike, horizontal, and vertical. The Bruce Lee triangle. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then the outer orbital into an armpit pinch. I don't know what it's called. Chicken wing, right? You're gonna squeeze, 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 and then release. So 1, 2, catch, create tension, pop them. 1, 2, catch, tension, pop. Always do the same with both hands, and then switching hand to hand. And the easiest one first. On lesson 2, we're gonna start going into this harder one, and I'm gonna tell you how to keep from smacking your head so much. You're always gonna hit yourself, but I'm gonna show you how to do that less from the start. So you're going hand to hand, and the final trick, Bruce Lee trick, or nunchaku technique is that squeeze, and this is block. From here, block. From here, block. The whole time you're pulling them apart to have tension, tension, tension all the way through until you can block it. And then later I'll show you how to grab that katana, rip it out of his hand, and then give him what for self-defense. All right, grab your nunchuck, play this over again. If you need a set, I put links there below, or you can make a set. Both ways are right. I will see you guys in just a little bit, and I really appreciate you guys watching this one. I'll see you on the